Have you ever wondered why your hands tingle in the middle of the night? Or why that sharp pain shoots through your legs when you try to get up from your favorite chair? Picture this. It's 3 heures du matin and you're lying awake again, feeling that familiar numbness creeping up your arms while your heart pounds for no reason at all. You shift positions, hoping for relief, but deep down you know this isn't just about getting older. Millions of people your age are experiencing the exact same thing right now, in bedrooms across America, silently wondering if this is just their new reality. Here's what doctors rarely tell you, and what most people are too embarrassed to admit. Those aches, that dizziness when you stand up, the fatigue that hits you like a wall, or even the memory lapses that worry you at night, they're often not separate problems at all. They're signs that something deeper is happening in your body, something that connects every single one of these frustrating symptoms. The medical world wants to give you a different pill for each issue, but what if I told you that ancient wisdom knew something we've forgotten? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a simple remedy that has been quietly transforming lives, using nothing more than something you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet. This isn't about expensive treatments or complicated procedures. This is about giving your body exactly what it needs to heal itself, starting tonight. Number 1. The hidden highway that controls your life. Right now, as you're listening to these words, there's an invisible network running through every inch of your body. Think of it like the electrical wiring in your home, except infinitely more complex and precious. These are your nerves, and they're working around the clock to keep you alive. Every heartbeat, every breath, every moment of comfort or pain depends on these delicate pathways carrying life-giving messages to every corner of your being. When this network is strong and healthy, blood flows like a gentle river to your fingertips, your toes, your brain, your heart. You wake up feeling refreshed. You stand without dizziness. Your hands grip things firmly and your feet carry you confidently wherever you want to go. This is how your body was designed to work, and for decades it probably did exactly that without you giving it a second thought. But here's what happens when this precious network starts to weaken, and why it explains so much of what you might be feeling right now. When your nerves can't do their job properly, it's like having faulty wiring in your house. The lights flicker. Some rooms go dark. Others get too much power and burn too bright. In your body, this shows up as that tingling sensation that wakes you at night, the sharp pains that shoot down your legs, or that frustrating numbness in your fingers that makes it hard to button your shirt or hold your coffee cup steady. Your blood pressure starts acting like a roller coaster because the signals aren't getting through clearly. Your heart might race for no reason, or you feel exhausted even after a full night's sleep. Your digestive system gets confused, and suddenly foods that never bothered you before become problems. Even your sleep becomes restless because your body's internal communication system is breaking down. This isn't just aging, and you shouldn't have to accept it as inevitable. What you're experiencing has a cause, and more importantly, it has a solution that doesn't involve a cabinet full of prescription bottles. Number 2. The silent thieves. Stealing your strength. Margaret from Ohio wrote to me last month, and her words broke my heart. She said, "I used to be the one everyone counted on. Maintenant, je ne peux compter que sur mes propres mains pour arrêter de trembler." What Margaret didn't realize is that her body was under attack by silent thieves that have been working against her for years, slowly weakening the very foundation of her health. These thieves have names you've probably heard before: diabetes, high blood pressure, clogged arteries. But what your doctor might not have explained is how they work together like a gang, each one making the other stronger and more dangerous. When your blood sugar stays elevated for years, it's like having acid slowly eating away at the protective coating around your nerves. Those delicate pathways that once carried messages perfectly now struggle to send clear signals. High blood pressure doesn't just stress your heart. It pounds against the tiny blood vessels that feed your nerves, like water hammering against old pipes until they crack and leak. Meanwhile, fat and cholesterol build up in your arteries like rust in old plumbing, choking off the oxygen and nutrients your nervous system desperately needs to repair itself. Then there are the thieves you might not expect. Infections that your body fought off months or even years ago can leave behind damage. Hormones that once kept everything in perfect balance now swing wildly, especially for women who've gone through menopause. Your liver and kidneys, those hardworking filters that clean your blood day and night, start to struggle under the load of modern life and processed foods, allowing toxins to build up and poison the very nerves they should be protecting. The symptoms start small. Maybe you notice your feet feel cold more often, or there's a slight tingling in your fingers when you wake up. You might feel dizzy when you stand up too quickly, or find yourself exhausted for no good reason. Your memory might seem a little foggy and you blame it on getting older, but these aren't separate problems, they're all connected, all pointing to the same underlying issue that's been silently growing stronger while you've been trying to live your life. Number 3. Vos premiers pas vers la guérison. Voici quelque chose qui pourrait vous surprendre. La guérison n'a pas toujours besoin de commencer par un carnet de prescription ou une consultation chez un spécialiste. Sometimes the most powerful medicine is literally at your fingertips, and the first step toward feeling better can happen in your own home, starting today. Take Sarah from Texas, who called me in tears because she could barely walk to her mailbox without her legs going numb. 6 weeks later, she sent me a video of herself dancing at her granddaughter's wedding. What changed? She started with something so simple that she almost didn't try it. Something you can do right now while you're listening to this. When your nerves are crying out in pain, your body is asking for circulation. It needs blood flow. It needs oxygen. Think about when your foot falls asleep, how that tingling sensation tells you something's not getting through. The same thing is happening throughout your nervous system, but on a scale you can't see or feel until it's already causing problems. A warm compress on areas where you feel pain or numbness works like opening a dam. The heat tells your blood vessels to expand, allowing more life-giving blood to reach those starved nerves. Cold works differently, but just as powerfully. It reduces inflammation and calms angry, overexcited nerve endings. You can alternate between the two, giving your nervous system exactly what it needs to start healing. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your breath, something you do 20 000 fois par jour sans y penser, peut devenir l'un de vos outils de guérison les plus puissants. Bastrika breathing, which means bellows breath, works like a bellows stoking a fire. It forces oxygen deep into your bloodstream and pushes it to every corner of your body, including those neglected nerve pathways. Anulom Vilom, or alternate nostril breathing, balances your nervous system in ways that modern medicine is just beginning to understand. As you breathe in through one nostril and out through the other, you're literally rewiring your body's stress response and helping damaged nerves remember how to function properly. The most beautiful part? People who stick with this simple routine for just 2 semaines commenced à remarquer des changements. The tingling lessens, the pain becomes manageable. Sleep comes easier, and they realize that their body hasn't given up on them, it was just waiting for the right kind of help. Number 4. The ancient recipe that changes everything. In a small village in India, there's a 94-year-old woman named Kamala who still climbs stairs without holding the railing, still gardens with her own hands, and still has the energy to chase her great-grandchildren around her courtyard. When researchers asked her about her secret, she led them to her kitchen and showed them something that would change how we think about nerve health forever. What she prepared was so simple that at first they thought she was joking. But when they tested her blood, examined her reflexes, and measured her nerve function, they found someone whose nervous system worked better than people half her age. The secret was in a drink she'd been making every single night for over 40 years, using ingredients that most of us have sitting in our kitchen cabinets right now. Here's exactly what you need. Demi-pouce de cannelle en bâton, pas la poudre, mais le vrai écorce qui ressemble à un petit rouleau. You'll need black cardamom, just enough to fill a teaspoon when you lightly crush the pods and remove the seeds. And 3 clous, ces petites fleurs sombres qui sentent comme le matin de Noël. These aren't random ingredients. Each one contains compounds that science has proven can repair nerve damage and restore healthy blood flow. Fill a steel vessel with 1 glass of water and bring it to a rolling boil. The steel matters because it doesn't leach chemicals into your medicine the way some other materials might. Ajoutez votre cannelle en premier, laissez-la libérer ses précieuses huiles qui lui donnent ce parfum chaud et sucré. Then add the cardamom seeds and cloves. Let this mixture boil for exactly 5 minutes allowing the water to extract every bit of healing power from these ancient remedies. Watch the color change as the medicine strengthens. The water will turn golden brown and your kitchen will fill with an aroma that somehow makes you feel better just by breathing it in. Après 5 minutes, éteignez la chaleur et laissez-la refroidir naturellement. Don't rush this part. The cooling process allows the compounds to settle and concentrate. Once it's comfortable to drink, strain out the solid pieces and add half an inch of jaggery, that unrefined sugar that still contains all the minerals your body needs. Si vous êtes diabétique, utilisez une toute petite quantité suffisante pour rendre le repas agréable, mais pas suffisante pour faire monter votre taux de sucre dans le sang. This isn't just sweetener. Jaggery contains iron and other nutrients that help repair damaged nerve tissue. But here's the secret that makes everything work better. Exactly 15 minutes après avoir fini de boire ce médicament, mâchez une cuillère à café de graines de fenouil lentement et soigneusement. Le fenouil agit comme catalyseur, aidant votre corps à absorber et utiliser chaque bille de pouvoir de guérison de cette boisson. Number 5. La transformation qui se produit pendant votre sommeil. Le moment où vous prenez ce médicament n'est pas accidentel. Il est basé sur des milliers d'années de compréhension de la façon dont votre corps se soigne. 30 minutes après le dîner, lorsque votre système digestif est tout juste en train de traiter votre repas du soir, votre circulation est à son maximum. This is when your body can best absorb and distribute the healing compounds where they need to go. As you sip this warm, aromatic drink, something remarkable begins to happen. The cinnamon starts working immediately to improve your circulation, opening up those tiny blood vessels that feed your nerves. You might feel a gentle warmth spreading through your body, starting in your chest and moving outward to your arms and legs. This isn't your imagination, it's real healing happening in real time. The black cardamom seeds contain compounds that act like tiny repair crews, seeking out damaged nerve fibers and helping them regenerate. Meanwhile, the cloves work as powerful anti-inflammatory agents, reducing the swelling and irritation that's been causing so much of your pain and numbness. All of this is happening while you're relaxing, preparing for sleep, letting your body do what it does best when you give it the right tools. Then comes the fennel, and this is where the magic really happens. As you chew those seeds, they release oils that don't just aid digestion, they supercharge the absorption of everything you just drank. Think of fennel as the key that unlocks your body's ability to use this medicine completely. Within minutes, you'll notice your breathing becomes deeper and more relaxed. Your heart rate settles into a steady, strong rhythm. The vitamins and minerals in this combination work together like a perfectly choreographed dance. They strengthen your heart muscle, purify your blood by helping your liver and kidneys work more efficiently, and make your nerve fibers more flexible and responsive. The inflammation in your joints starts to calm down, and those sharp pains that have been your constant companion begin to fade. People who follow this routine religiously report that within the first week they're sleeping more soundly. Their hands stop tingling at night. Getting up from a chair becomes easier. By the second week, they notice their memory seems sharper. Their energy levels are more stable throughout the day, and that dizzy feeling when they stand up starts to disappear. But perhaps most importantly, they start to feel hopeful again. They realize that their body hasn't betrayed them. It was just starving for the right kind of nourishment, and now it's finally getting what it needs to heal. Number 6. The power foods that complete your healing. While this ancient drink works its magic from the inside, your nerves need more than just one remedy to fully recover from years of damage. Think of your nervous system like a garden that's been neglected. It needs not just water, but rich soil and the right nutrients to bloom again. This is where two tiny but mighty seeds come in. Seeds that most people walk past in the grocery store without realizing they're looking at some of the nature's most powerful nerve medicine. Flax seeds might look insignificant, small brown ovals that could easily be mistaken for bird food. But inside each one is a concentrated dose of oméga-3 acides gras, les mêmes graisses saines que l'on trouve dans les suppléments d'huile de poisson onéreux, mais sous une forme que votre corps peut utiliser immédiatement. These omega-3s are like insulation for your nerve fibers, wrapping them in a protective coating that helps signals travel clearly and quickly. You can prepare flax seeds in deux façons, chacune offrant des avantages différents. Soaking a tablespoon in water overnight creates a gel that's incredibly easy to digest and gentle on your stomach. The soaking process breaks down the tough outer shell, releasing all those healing oils. Drink this mixture first thing in the morning, and you're giving your nervous system premium fuel for the entire day. Si vous préférez, vous pouvez légèrement faire rôtir des graines de lin dans une poêle sèche jusqu'à ce qu'elles sentent des noisettes et commencent à sauter. This makes them crunchy and pleasant to eat, and you can sprinkle them on yogurt, cereal, or just eat them by the spoonful. Either way, you're flooding your system with alpha-linolenic acid, a special type of omega-3 that specifically targets nerve inflammation and helps damaged fibers regenerate. Chia seeds are even more remarkable. These tiny black or white seeds were once so valuable that they were used as currency by ancient civilizations. Today, we know why they were considered worth their weight in gold. Each seed contains a perfect balance of omega-3 acides gras, potassium, and fer, trois nutriments qui travaillent ensemble pour créer des nerfs sains et forts. When you add chia seeds to water, they transform into a gel that looks almost alive, expanding to 10 times their original size. This gel coating protects the nutrients as they travel through your digestive system, ensuring that every bit of healing power reaches your bloodstream. The potassium helps regulate your heart rhythm and blood pressure, while the iron ensures your blood can carry enough oxygen to feed hungry nerve cells. The beauty of both flax seeds and chia seeds is how easily they fit into your daily routine. A tablespoon of each per day is all you need, and they have almost no taste, so you can add them to smoothies, sprinkle them on salads, or just stir them into a glass of water. Within days, you'll notice your energy levels becoming more stable. That afternoon fatigue that's been plaguing you starts to lift, and your body begins to feel more balanced and strong. Number 7. The life you can have. Again, 6 months ago, Robert from Arizona wrote to tell me he was considering selling his woodworking shop. His hands shook so badly he couldn't hold his tools steady, and the numbness in his fingers made it impossible to feel the smooth finish on the cabinets he'd been crafting for Trent Huns. Last week, he sent me a picture of a rocking chair he'd just completed for his newest great-grandchild, with a note that simply said, "I got my life back." This is what's possible when you stop accepting that pain, numbness, fatigue, and weakness are just part of getting older. When you give your nervous system what it's been desperately asking for, something beautiful happens. Those damaged nerve pathways that have been struggling to carry messages suddenly remember how to work. Blood flows freely again to every corner of your body. The tingling stops. The pain fades. The exhaustion lifts. But the transformation goes deeper than just physical symptoms. When your nerves are healthy, your whole world changes. You sleep deeply and wake up refreshed. You stand up without that moment of dizziness that's been scaring you. Your hands are steady when you reach for your coffee cup, and your feet carry you confidently wherever you want to go. Your memory sharpens, and you stop worrying that you're losing pieces of yourself. The people who commit to this complete approach, who make that healing drink every night, who add those powerful seeds to their daily routine, who take a few minutes each day for healing breaths and gentle movement, they don't just get better, they get their lives back. They stop living in fear of their own bodies and start trusting again in their strength and resilience. This isn't about false promises or miracle cures. This is about giving your body exactly what it needs to do, what it was designed to do. Heal itself, strengthen itself, and support you in living the life you want to live. Your nervous system has been waiting for this help, and when you provide it consistently and lovingly, the results can be nothing short of miraculous. The choice is yours. You can continue managing symptoms with medications that often bring their own problems, or you can address the root cause with remedies that have been healing people for thousands of years. Your body knows how to be healthy and strong. It just needs your help to remember. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, think about what we've discovered together. Your body isn't failing you. It's been waiting patiently for the right kind of help. Those tingling hands, that exhausting fatigue, the dizzy spells that have been stealing your confidence, they're not sentences you have to accept. They're signals that your nervous system can heal, given the chance. A simple cup of cinnamon water, some fenouil grains, A few minutes of conscious breathing. These aren't just remedies, they're acts of self-respect. They're ways of saying to your body, I believe in your ability to be strong again. When you choose these natural approaches, you're choosing to be the author of your own healing story, not just a patient waiting for someone else to fix you. The people who've tried this ancient wisdom have found something precious. Hope? Not the false hope that comes from empty promises, but the real hope that comes from feeling your body respond, from noticing the pain ease, from sleeping through the night without numbness waking you up. That's the dignity of taking control, of trusting in remedies that have worked for thousands of years. Which part of today's message spoke to your heart the most? Was it learning that your symptoms are connected? Discovering that healing can start in your own kitchen? Or perhaps realizing that you have more power over your health than you thought? Si ce vidéo vous a donné espoir, ou si vous êtes prêt à essayer cette approche de guérison douce, faites-le moi savoir dans les commentaires ci-dessous. Share this with someone who needs to hear that getting older doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. Your story of healing could be exactly what someone else needs to begin their own journey. I'll be here next week with more ways to honor the wisdom of your body and the strength you still carry. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel good again.